Well, hello there, and welcome to RunJB's War Thunder plane analysis. Today, we are going to look at the second gift plane. We are reviewing. I told you I was going to review all 5, so today is the second one. The other day, we reviewed the Focke-Wulf 19 day 13. Sorry. And today is the Typhoon's moment. So Typhoon Mk.Ib, gift plane level 10, which is sitting, well, it's a gift plane, so it's in the column of the premiums, it's here. Has a 1,350 Lion repair cost, which isn't a lot. Now, about the plane. First of all, I have to say that I know, and I'm sure a lot of people do well in this plane. And I know a lot of people know how to fly this plane. Whereas me, I don't. As simple as that. You know, I qualify planes in one of 3 categories: turn fighters, energy fighters, or boom and zoom fighters. And looking at this plane, I don't know what it is. As simple as that. From an historical point of view, this plane was a mediocre fighter. I mean, it was designed and built to replace the Hawker Hurricane as one of the Royal Air Force's main fighters, to fill and to go besides the Spitfire versions. In the end, it turned to be a mediocre fighter, and as such, it was relegated to fighter bomber roles, and in those it did very well. So in real life, it was a mediocre fighter, and in War Thunder, I'm afraid it still is a mediocre fighter. So back to the question: what the hell is this thing supposed to do? To shine? Certainly not turning. It's a very heavy plane and has very big wings, but still is a very heavy plane. This thing doesn't turn worth a crap. Again, it's very heavy. It has a very powerful engine, but it's very heavy. It doesn't have any great acceleration or climb rate, so it's not an energy fighter. And finally, yes, it's got 4 20mm cannons, and it's got a very nice top speed. But it's also got this mother king thick wing. This wing is, look at that thickness, and now compare it with a Spitfire, for instance. Come on, it's double the thickness. This is very important because at high speeds, drag is a very important consideration. If you have seen my lessons, my fighter combat lessons, you know that. And thick wings produce a lot of drag. So at high speeds, I mean, if you go in a straight line, the plane is going to go very fast. But as soon as you do any kind of movement, any kind of it, you are going to bleed off speed like mad. Besides, such a draggy wing means not very good dive and zooming abilities, even so when the plane is quite heavy. So, no, it's not a good boom and zoomer. I mean, it can be used in boom and zoom, but hell, I can use a zero, a Japanese zero in boom and zoom. Doesn't mean it's going to do very well at that role. This plane, for sure, it doesn't. The thing about this plane is that it's so lacking in maneuverability. It doesn't turn at all, but also it doesn't roll at all. I mean, when you see very bad turning planes such as the Focke-Wulf 190, at least it has a redeeming factor because it rolls very well. So you can maneuver very well as long as you're fast. But this plane doesn't roll worth a crap, and doesn't turn worth a crap. I mean, there are other planes that really roll very badly. For instance, the Japanese Zero after 1.29, but at least those planes do turn very well. So as long as you don't try to roll the plane, they are going to be very maneuverable. But this thing can't roll, and this thing can't turn. So if you get a bandit in your 6 at 200 meters, kiss your ass goodbye because you're going down. I mean, the good thing about this plane is that it is very sturdy. It's very tough. Structurally speaking, really stands a lot of damage. Takes a lot of hits to bring down. But the engine is very weak. A hit in the engine and you can kiss your engine goodbye. Why? Because it's got a very, very large radiator and it's an inline engine. So you'll get a lot of coolant losses that eventually will end up killing your plane. Unless you come back to an airbase and repair. And also this very vulnerable engine means that you have to really watch it when attacking enemy attackers or bombers. If they have a gunner pointing back and if they hit your engine, you are in a very, 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 very big pile of shit, so to speak. So it's not a turn fighter, it's not an enemy fighter, it's not a really good boom and zoomer. So what the hell is this thing? A fighter bomber? No. Well, yes it is, but look at this. Can load a couple of 500-pound bombs, which is something like 227 kilograms or something like that. That's pitiful for a fighter bomber. I mean, just go to the Americans, take a look at the P-47D. This one packs 2,000 kilogram pound bombs, 500-pound bombs, and 10 rockets. Okay, this is the best fighter bomber in the game. So let's take a look at another one. 2,000-pound bombs, 6 rockets. Okay, this is American. Americans are supposed to have very good fighter bombers. Let's take a look at the Focus 195. Still can load 5 kilogram bomb, which is heavier than both bombs in the Typhoon combined. So it doesn't have the payload to be a very, very good fighter bomber. I mean, with 500-pound bombs, you are not going to bust any pillbox, kill any destroyer. I mean, yeah, you can attack armored columns, but little else than that. So not a great fighter bomber, not a great fighter. What the hell is this thing? And the sad answer is I don't know. I have struggled to put together a very good video of me doing well in this plane, but I simply couldn't. I simply couldn't. You know, I'm very good at living through battles. In F4Fs, in boomerangs, in Focus 190s, in BF-109s, in Spitfires, I really do very well surviving whole battles, but with this I can't. Sooner or later someone is going to get onto my tile and then it's game over because I simply can't take him off. I don't have the maneuverability to do so. I can try to make him overshoot, but if the guy is smart and sees it coming, you're dead. You're basically dead. So, well, this plane has 2 saving graces, and that's it. Top speed. This is a very, very, very fast plane for its level. It's the fastest level 10 plane. And firepower. It's got 4 20mm cannons, which actually hit very hard, of course. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's got the firepower, but this also has an amazing firepower. And is it a good fighter? No. Is it a good bomber hunter? Well, yes, because it's very big, it's very tough, and has 2 engines. But if you take a look at the Typhoon, the poor thing only has 1 engine, and it's easy to take down for a bomber. So even as a bomber hunter, it's not that good. So yeah, I really do not know what the hell is this thing. Anyway, as for weapon loadouts, I usually go without any kind of bombs, because, come on, these are not going to accomplish a lot. And with stealth ammunition. Why? Because, well, it's not a good boom and zoomer, but the only way to do something worth mention in this plane is boom and zooming. So yes, I go for stealth for this fighter. So, well, that's enough for the intro. Let's see some action of this plane. and see how it does. So let's take a look at our first battle. Typhoon in PLLU domination, and I'm going to play it by the strict Boom and Zoom book. It's not a good Boom and Zoom, but it's the only role it can do with some degrees of success. So just climbing, and climbing. This is also a very high tier level. There are Focus 190 Dora 13s around, and even LA7s. So I mean, those are faster planes than this one. So I don't even have the card of the top speed, so right away if a D13 is in my back. So well, you have to be very careful. Going to the clouds, and I see a huge bomber lemming train. So yeah, that's going to be it, because I don't want to mess around with people who are above me, so I forget about those fighters and select one of the bombers, which is going to be my target, and go for him. Let me attack, get the speed up, and fire, and keep on firing until the plane simply collapses. Zoom away, not doing any moves at all. I mean, just zooming away. As you can see, the speed really drops down very fast in this plane as you point the nose up. Those huge wings aren't helping at all. So well, keeping the zoom away. I'm not in a hurry to come back to the action before I have enough speed on me. Also, it has 4 cannons, but they don't load a lot of ammunition, so you want to reload a lot in this plane. And as you are going to be zooming away a lot of time, use that time to reload. Okay, taking a look. See an aerocopter down there, F4U, BF109, Messerschmitt 410, and I'm following the Messerschmitt 410 will do a run for our base. So just correct my direction, but I see he's not doing so. So again, taking a look, there are a lot of reds there. I don't want to drop my nose into so many enemies. And well, what I'm going to do is to try to select one of them and do a proper diving attack. See LA5FN there, low Corsair, Yak 90, and I hate Yak 90s. Simply hate them. So it's going to be my target. Some hits on him, and zoom away in the direction opposite to the huge cloud of enemies that's behind me. I don't stick to the Yak 90, I simply do a single pass and go away, because it's the only thing you can do in this plane. If you get stuck behind an enemy, and you're going to see that, you're going to die. So well, stop the vertical move and fall down on them again. Yak 90 again. You can see how slow this plane rolls. Keeping an eye, I don't want to dive into a sea of contacts, and I see a F4U there. He's totally oblivious of my presence. Stealth ammo helps for that, and I kill him. So vertical again, winning as much altitude back as I can. F4F there, and I see an air cobra going for the base. So I call the team attention and focus on him. Focus 190. I don't like that, because I know that guy is in a Dora 13. But thankfully he's not going for me. The area coverage is still down there. CNF6F. And I decide I'm going to go for the F6F. The LA7 has already taken off, and if he can't win versus an area cover in an LA7, he really deserves to die. So the F6F I know is going for our ships, so priority target. Then on him. Dornier crossing me. And again, stealth attack ammunition is very good for this, but the F6F gets taken out by anti-air guns. Look behind, always keeping a track on that one on 190 because I know it's Adora and I don't want to mess with Adora. So I'm always mindful of where and what is that guy doing. Because also if I see him singled out and alone, it's a good chance for me to go for him, but he's always near friendly planes, so I can't realistically go for him. I see a Henkel 111 up there. So it's going to be my target. He's going to try to go in at a high altitude, and that's a risk for both of ships and maybe even for our airbase. If he comes from an unexpected direction and the airbase is not very well guarded, and it's not right now, he might even capture. So let's go for him. Coming in, cutting his angles, and getting ready for a lead shot. There you go. Very solid hits. He dives to try to avoid us. He's clearly planning to drop bombs on the guys on the airport, but I'm not having any of that, so third kill. Looping and closing it at a half loop. So you can see, always keeping my energy up. This thing without energy is probably one of the most hopeless planes in the whole plane set. So energy always up. Starting a dive, keeping a look and watch around. See a Japanese H6K going for the fleet, so I want to stop him. So shooting, getting hits, setting him on fire, and in the end the Yak 90 gets him. So it's time to zoom away and keep on boom and zooming. Yes, you can boom and zoom on this plane, but I mean, it's not the best one at it. Against maneuvering targets, you are seeing me killing and maneuvering targets. If they start maneuvering, it's very hard to follow for them because the plane rolls so bad. By now, I'm really worried about something that's going on, and you can see that I got a full fuel leak and I have gotten it for a long time now. I'm losing fuel like mad. So, well, I plan for a last attack, and somehow something crosses me, something friendly, and I kill him, which I don't really understand because I have seen nothing. So, well, as I just say, I'm sorry, you just crossed into my sights. I have no idea you were there, and you were so unlucky as to get 2 hits on you and get killed. And now you are going to see how much shitty that can be. I mean, I haven't even seen the different guy who I have killed. Okay, now see this. Of course, also see I'm closing the fight. Because I see a Focus 590. And well, this plane doesn't turn well, but at least turns better than a Focus 590. The problem is that the Focus 590 at least rolls. So I get something behind me, and I'm oh shit. But I know it has been only a slashing attack, but there you go. We have an area cover as well here. And you saw I killed the other guy with 2 shots. I didn't even see him. And I have gotten pretty decent shots on that A5, and I don't even have a critical. So much for 20mm cannons. High yo-yo to drop behind the Focus 180. I'm out of ammo. I'm reloading right now. And there you go. Reloaded. More hits. Finally, something serious. Right flap. And in the end, I get hit by friendly fire, of course, which totally ruins my wing. So I give a heartfelt thank you. Thanks for the friendly fire. Yeah, really appreciate it. So I'm going to land, repair, and in the meantime, well, recapture, because my derp team, which is a very derp team, by the way, doesn't really care about the airfield at all. I get another kill. Probably the ME410 has landed and the kill has been awarded anyway. So, well, I land and repair. So far you might be thinking, oh, well, the plane is not as sucky. He's doing very well in it. Yes, because I'm shooting at unmaneuvering target. You saw what happened as soon as I had to shoot on a maneuvering target. That focus went 190. I had problems staying on his 6, had problems tracking him, and I had problems rolling to keep me in a good position. So, well, let's take off. And there's another thing with the Typhoon. There's a bug, I don't know exactly what happens with it, that when you spawn in the airfield, it really takes a long time to get going. I don't really understand why, but oh well. Take off. And what I'm going to do is to head away from the enemies as long as I take off. Run, run. Valorous Mr. Robin. Because I want energy on my part. Well, I can tell you this. This is the best game I've had in the Typhoon. And I might have captured, I don't know, maybe 10, 12. Most of them, I killed 1 or 2 and went down. Simply as that. This was the best one I got in maybe 15 tries. And it's pathetic. I mean, even with crappy planes as Italian ones, I get better than this. So, well, 4 kills, 1 death. Yeah, you can guess I'm going to die very soon. Yes, yes, it's that way. I'm going to die very soon. I climb, and I think okay, with 1,500 meters should be enough. So I email man, well, a half loop, sorry. That's not an email man, shit. I accelerate on the horizontal and win some energy to give it a go at the enemies for another time. Looking below, I see a LA5, but there are a couple of friendly fighters on there, a bullfighter and someone else, so I don't think it's going to be a big worry. And I see a 410 down there, which is going for the ships, and a BF-109. And just one guy going for them. So yeah, these have to be my targets. The BF-109 simply gets away. I can win a shot with the bad roll rate of this plane. As you can see, it's not the best momentum because you can't adjust for maneuvering targets. Fall down on the 410. Set him on fire. Get some high hits. Keep on going. Right now I'm committing a capital mistake. I'm closing the fight, I'm staying on the ME410, and I'm not keeping track on what's happening with that 109. There you go, more hits, more hits, more hits, more hits. I totally empty my ammunition and the guy is already going down, and that Spitfire, the Kia E61 steals the kill. Thank you very much, guy. That should have been my kill, but whatever. Still killers. What are you going to do? So we're climbing again. Reload is over. I see a P4E. 109. And mistake on my part, I go for the P40. Good hits. No effect. More good hits. No effect. You can see I can't keep up in a turn with the Kitty Hawk. Finally a critical. But now I have something in my back. And he's totally disgracing me. And it's a BF 109. I am fucked. Look at this, I can't do anything. I can't roll, I can't maneuver, I can't do crap. So yeah, that was a decent game in a Typhoon. Let's take a look at what usually happens when I try to fly a Typhoon. Well, not usual, but this is the plane I get this kind of crap the most. Domination in Stalingrad, I climb. Not going for the enemy, I'm keeping my distance, I'm not going to the middle, I'm just beating my time, winning altitude. So yeah, just going on. See a bullfighter there. And I know that's a very big target, very big danger for our bombers. So also I see a Junkers 88. So yeah, bombers are the favorite food for the Typhoon. So let's go for it. Bullfighter first, Junkers 88 later. I point to the side because I want the bullfighters to think I'm not going for him. But I indeed am. There you go, some very good hits. And he's going down. So now let's go for one of the bombers. Actually this is my fault because I didn't look properly what I had behind. But well, I have something behind me. Where the hell it is? Look how bad this thing maneuvers. It's a BF 109. Okay, let's try to dive. Let's try to dive away. This thing is very heavy. Let's try to overdive him. But no, no. It won't. And now my tail is gone. And now I'm dead. I simply couldn't do crap to try to shake that guy off. My tail is gone, I have no elevator, so I'm simply waiting for dying. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage before going down, but who cares if I can't avoid taking more? This plane simply can't maneuver, it's defenseless. Oh well. So that was the Typhoon in action. As you can see, it's not very survivable. It's a very tough plane to bring down because it's very sturdy, but the engine is made of crystal and it simply can't get anything off its six. It doesn't dive well, it doesn't climb well, it doesn't accelerate well, it doesn't maneuver well, it doesn't do shit well. It's only got firepower and speed, but that's it. So well, in the next plane review video we'll be taking a look at the Soviet PE-205, which is the level 8 Soviet gift plane. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you liked it and was worth watching for you. If you think so, well, give me a thumbs up, any comment you want to do in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so yet and you want to see more of these videos, subscribe. Also remember, the contest is still open until the 31st of March and I accept only 2 videos per player. Remember, it's a contest about planes of level 6 and below. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you later.